Hi, I'm Princey Thomas, and we're here in New York City. It's exactly 2 weeks away from the presidential election, and we're here to see what are the most important issues to the community and who they'll be voting for.
I think this is the most important election in our generation.
I'm not sure if I'm going to vote or not.
I actually don't believe anything that Mitt Romney says, and that's why I'm going to vote for him.
Honestly, I'm an undecided voter at the moment.
I like Romney's, his business background, but I don't really like him as a person, so I'm not sure I feel comfortable voting for him.
I don't believe anything he says is what he's going to do.
Okay.
I believe, especially after voting for Obama, especially after voting for John Kerry, although he never had a chance. I've only been able to vote, I think, 2 or 3 times now, and every single time they never do what they're going to say. They never do what they say they're going to do. So to me, it's come down to what have they done, who are they going to bring in to make the decisions for them that they're not an expert in, and how connected they are for presidency in D.C.
As far as the economy, if the Congress move to make the job bill, pass the job bill, then all the problems that's going on will be solved. And the 2.3 million that's been pulled out of the economy, if those bastards put that money back, then the economy will flow. As of now, the economy is stifling because of what some big banksters have done to the economy.
I knew the economy was going down and no one would be able to save it, so I didn't care. I only cared about the social issues. One of the reasons I voted for Obama was because he kept saying change, hope, hope, and change. And he also said Wall Street, the banks, and that's where I used to work. And I made really good money there, and I didn't find it as a calling. I still think there are great people on Wall Street, but the system has become a little bit bloated.
Because of the imbalance in economic situations of citizens, there's a divisiveness and a split in level of economies across the country that is unacceptable. And Obama's going to do something to move that in the right direction. Romney's just going to make it worse.
The fact that we're in this mess was not going to be fixed or even temporarily resolved within 4 years.
Healthcare is a good program. If you look in today's paper, they're showing that moving certain more stipends from making Medicaid easier, then the whole process will be better for everyone.
I feel like Obamacare is a intellectual idea. It sounds good as far as, yes, we have other places like Canada who have free health care and things of that nature, yet I feel like Obamacare takes too much responsibility from the actual American and tries to put it into the government. And the government can't control certain things as far as what we're going to do as healthcare needs. We have to take our own personal concerns and do what we have to do for it. So Obamacare doesn't accurately address the fact that some people don't want to get up and go work to get extra health care. You know, personally, I pay for my own health care out of my pocket. Every month I pay a small $50 payment every month for minimal health care. If I can do that as a soup server, why not make it accountable to all people?
The fact of the matter is, it's something that's going to increase costs with respect to the people I know. I don't know. I mean, it's going to cover 30 million Americans that don't have health care. That's great. It's going to apparently give more options. And in fact, I got an advantage. I was 26 years old and I was unemployed and a student. I was able to stay on my parents. That was great. But the one issue is, my father owns a small business and it's not a hedge fund. And hedge funds are not taxed as small businesses, as a lot of the Democrats have said. Hedge funds are taxed as partnership pass-through entities. So I hope that goes viral. But the fact of the matter is that my father's premiums in the last year, and this is before the 2014 full implementation, my father stopped covering health care for his 150 employees because he couldn't afford it.
It's really infuriating to hear people talk about abortion in the way that they do. Whatever your opinion is, I think taking the option away, if you choose not to have it, that's your choice, but you can't. But to literally pull the option away to say you don't have a choice, I think is unconstitutional.
I also wanted, America to have less of a visible footprint when it comes to wars around the world, bases around the world. I didn't want a Rand Paul strategy, but at the same time, I didn't want 2 wars where 3 of my friends from high school had 2 or 3 tours.
Honestly, this time around, I'm not really happy about voting. I don't feel like I'm voting for America.
No good man loving on a no good plan. never treats me as he should.